So, is there anything that's a mandatory insurance in the business world? So I say that kind of, as the example of, the home and auto side of it, right? If you have a car in a lot of states, at least basic coverage is mandatory, right? You can get fines for that. When you purchase a home, unless you paid cash for it, your mortgage company is going to require you to have insurance on it. Is there anything like that necessarily in the business world?
I wouldn't say that there's anything mandatory. I would say that there's definitely some things that you're recommended to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
you're not breaking laws by not having it.
You're not breaking a law per se by not carrying general liability insurance. Right. When you see individuals start requesting insurance, whether they're a startup company or not, it's usually because either subcontractors, contractors, or homeowners or property owners are requesting certificates of insurance, right? So
absolutely.
They want to show that you have proof of insurance, because without that, the risk falls back to the contractor or the property owner, that if that individual were to get hurt on there while performing a job, they could actually come back to their own liability, like their homeowners. So what you'll see is a lot of individuals or companies saying, hey, we need to see a proof of insurance that you have general liability or something, to make sure that A, they don't fall under their payroll,
right? And
B, that they're just protected in case something were to happen. No. But not necessarily anything that the law requires. Now, obviously, with the state of Illinois, again, going back to employees side of it, they're going to want to see workers' comp.
Yep.
If you have paid employees, but to get a business license or an LLC or a corporation filed, I mean, you don't necessarily have to show anything. Right. So,
yeah, that's good to know, because that's a question we get asked a lot. Like, hey, am I illegal if I don't have insurance, right? And so, I'm with you. I always recommend it. I always tell people, like, in my opinion, insurance is something you pay money for to be able to sleep at night.
Right.
Like, I look
Peace
back.
of mind on paper.
Exactly, right? Like, I look back at the 5 years and I see how much I paid in workers' comp in the 5 years I had my own painting company. And I'm like, wow, I spent a lot of money to be able to sleep at night, right? Yeah. But it's okay, because I knew that if something happened, God forbid, we're up on a 32-foot ladder, somebody's working on a roof, like something happens, I'm not on the hook for it, right? Exactly. The homeowner's not on the hook. And then obviously you get into this part of it about, people, and we had customers, homeowners even, not even other contractors or businesses. We had homeowners that wanted to see our certificate of insurance, and I get it. Yeah. Right. And so for me, especially the general liability policies, just get one. Even though it's not illegal to not have it, just get one, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and I always kind of joke that, there's only 2 times you care about your insurance. It's when you get the bill and when you need it.
Yep, exactly.
So just make sure you pay for what you need, because, if the one time you use it, we'll pay for it tenfold. Yep. So.